back inside of the Plastic Planet. I'm your host, Ryan, hanging out with you guys tonight. Well, guys, it is almost Friday up here in the Plastic Planet. That means it is time for my Plastic Planet promise. That means a new video every single Friday right here on Ryan's Plastic Planet. And this week, I got a real treat for you guys. I got a real treat indeed. Now, I know typically this is kind of a Star Wars channel, not by design, but it just kind of tends to be because that is my first love. That is my true first love. But like Don Juan, I have many loves in as far as the sci-fi genre, the classic sci-fi genre of pop culture. And my other love is Star Trek. I do love me some Trek. I do love me some original series Treks, the original crew mostly, some TNG, but mostly the original crew. So I do love me some Star Trek. And of course, you guys clicked on the thumbnail, you know, I had to pick up the 1/350th scale U.S.S. Enterprise from Star Trek the Motion Picture, a Kickstarter project from TOMY. So if you haven't gotten one, you haven't ordered one, you're kind of SOL, kind of one of those situations. And so yeah, we're going to be taking a look at this bad boy tonight. It's going to be awesome. And we're also maybe going to do a little bit of compare and contrast to its predecessor down there, the 1/350th scale U.S.S. Enterprise from the original series as well. So yeah, guys, let's get on it. We're going to be taking a look at these shells right here. It's going to be awesome. Let's do it right now. Alrighty, guys. Well, like many things I showcase on this channel, this is not going to be a formal review tonight of this piece. Man, I got this thing in the mail last Saturday, and I thought about getting a video up ASAP and doing a full unboxing / review video. And you know what? I just didn't have it in me to do it. Honestly, by the time I even got mine in my hot little hands, there was already, you know, felt like 100 videos already up and being viewed on YouTube. And so I just kind of decided to take a different route this time and not do a full showcase review, just kind of show it to you guys on my shelves, which is really more my sweet spot here on the Plastic Planet. I don't really like doing unboxings. I really don't like doing reviews. I don't like showing you every single in and out gadget and gizmo on a certain collectible. I just kind of like to show you guys how I display it on my shelves, because that's really what I think is the most fun part about collecting and watching YouTube collector videos as well. I tend to like that. When I watch YouTube videos, I like to see how other people have them on their shelves. I don't need to see a guy unbox the damn thing out of a box for the 500th time. To me, that's kind of boring. No disrespect to anybody, but to me, that's kind of boring. So anyway, getting to the meat of what I'm saying, the crux of what I'm saying, we're just going to kind of take a look at this beautiful starship. And this thing is gorgeous. Now, if you watched my 1/350th scale review of the original series Enterprise from about 2 years ago, I was a little harsh on it. There were some things that really bothered me about that piece at the time. Not really bothered is maybe a stretch, but there are some things that I thought were a little off about it. Not this one. Not this one at all. This one is so damn gorgeous. I'm going to just kind of come around here, going to show you guys some of the highlights of this thing. Again, I don't think this is something, if you didn't buy, that you're kind of SOL on. You're kind of going to not be able to get this if it's something you want, unless you go to the secondary market. And I almost never recommend doing that, and I probably wouldn't recommend doing that in this case as well. But yeah, it's just so gorgeous. We're just doing a full flyby, just like Captain Kirk or Admiral Kirk, I should say, Admiral Kirk and Scotty did in Star Trek the Motion Picture. That long, drawn out freaking flyby in the shuttle pod, checking out the new refitted U.S.S. Enterprise, about ready to get her first shakedown mission to go out and stop the V'ger cloud from infiltrating Sector 001, or Earth of the United Federation of Planets. Yeah, so cool. Yeah, but anyway, like I said, guys, I'm going to show you guys some of the ins and outs of this thing, but we're not going to go into a full-on review. But yeah, looking so gorgeous, though, man. I'm in love. I am in love. This is like a collectible piece that I got in the mail, and absolutely no regrets about buying this one. I rarely get buyer's remorse, but I certainly didn't this time. Looking so good. Alrighty, guys, well, kicking off this pseudo showcase tonight, I kind of put the Enterprise, first of all, it's in its off mode, so I have it completely turned off, and then I installed the two support beams that are supposed to be inserted into the base, and it's supposed to give the saucer section a little added support. For whatever reason, mine don't actually work real well. They don't really fit inside of the base all that well, and they're actually not really providing any support at all to the weight of the primary hull or the saucer section. And also, quite frankly, I'm sure you guys will agree with me. It's like fucking vandalism putting these things on here. It doesn't look right. It doesn't need it. Trust me, this thing is well supported. So yeah, we're just going to get rid of these. They're ugly and they're gross. And you know, why would you want to wreck something so beautiful? Why would you want to vandalize something so beautiful than to put these ugly ass things on there? It's like you finally get a date with Christy Brinkley and you show up and she's got some weird fucking headgear on. That's what it reminds me of. Much like the front supports that came on the original series one. I've had mine without them for over a year now or 2 years now and no problem. And I don't anticipate having a problem with this one as well. I'm just not going to put those on because they're ugly. They're ugly. So yeah, anyway, so let's get past that. I'm going to show you guys some of the ins and outs of this thing, just as far as the functionality. And yeah, it's going to be really cool. Yeah, so it's got two buttons down here. And they're more like sensors than buttons, really. But you see one says mode select and one says fire control. And honestly, the directions were wrong. The directions initially told you to just come in here and hold the mode select for 3 seconds and the ship would power up. And that was actually wrong. Actually, thank goodness someone actually did a full review for me on YouTube, because that's how I found out that all you have to do is come in and just touch it. It's just a sensor. You just come in and touch it. And the ship should start powering up. Yeah, look at that. Just like in the movies. Just like in the movies when the ship's in space dock, man. She's powering up, which is really, really cool. You guys can see the bridge lights coming on, the primary hull lights, the saucers, and look at the navigational dish warming up there. That is so gorgeous. Yeah, really, really fucking cool. Excuse my language there, but it is really cool. And the details on this thing are amazing. Again, I'm not giving you guys like the full 360 on it, but it's just, you just got to take my word for it. It is incredible. You guys can see here, you guys can look down here. You can actually see trees and whatnot in the arboretum down here, which is really, really cool. Yeah, it's absolutely fantastic. The details on this model are terrific. So anyway, as you guys can see, the ship has starting to warm up there. The deflector dish is warming up and we're ready to get underway. So we're going to hit that mode select again, and it doesn't have any sound effects, but that's okay. We're going to hit that mode effect again and see what happens. Oh, okay, so we went back to the navigational dish warming up. So we're going to hit one more time. But you guys can see we are going to impulse power, which is really, really cool. And then if we hit it one more time, we're going to go to warp speed. You're going to see the nacelles light up purple, which is really, really neat. Again, no sound effects, but still very, very, very cool. There they go. Yeah, so we're at warp speed now. Another cool thing, like its predecessor, you can remove the shuttle bay doors, and you guys can see way inside of the shuttle deck, or the shuttle bay, I'm sorry. Unlike the original, this did not come with any shuttlecraft, which is kind of a bummer, but I think you can buy some third party off Etsy or whatnot if you're so inclined. But yeah, it's really, really cool. I wouldn't mind having 1 or 2 shuttlecraft in there. But yeah, that looks really, really damn cool. You guys can see all the way in there. And unlike its predecessor, they did a much better job this time. I think there is some evidence of it, but I haven't seen it personally, but they did a much better job of covering up the machine screw holes along the hull, especially along the secondary hull here. Yeah, I think they did a much better job this time. I can't see any, but again, looking so gorgeous. Yeah, I'm just like bonered to death on this one, guys. This one is really, really fucking cool. The saucer section of the primary hull, and I don't know if it's showing up because of the lighting I have in here, but you guys can really, really see the Aztec hull plating coming through with the lighting. At least I think you can. Yeah, you sure can. At least on camera here. Anyway, just beautiful. Such a beautiful starship. This is probably, and I might be going out on a limb here. I'm not sure. I'm tossed up between the original and this one, but this might be probably my favorite spaceship or starship in all of science fiction, and that includes anything from Star Wars, and that sometimes pains me to say because, like I said, Star Wars will always be my first love, but damn, this is gorgeous. Alrighty, and this time to make good on not giving us shuttlecraft, TOMY provided us with this Surak class Vulcan shuttle, which is pretty cool, obviously from its appearance in Star Trek the motion picture, as it comes alongside the Enterprise on its route to intercept the V'ger cloud. And it brings Captain Spock, or I guess Spock, with it. Spock was out of uncommissioned at the time with Starfleet, if you guys recall the film. But yeah, so that's pretty cool. This piece up here detaches, and you can actually have it above it. They give you an additional acrylic rod to put it above the ship as it's above the cruiser as it's detaching. Which I was going to show you guys. It's hovering above basically the nacelles here of the Surratt class shuttle, but I can't find the acrylic piece. I probably reboxed it back up with the rest of the shipping stuff that this came in. But you guys can see that the passenger portion of the craft does attach into the back end of the bridge, which is really, really cool, and obviously very, very, very film accurate. All right, guys, and one more thing to show off to you guys. We do have the fire control button right here, as you guys can see. And like I said, it's more of just a tap, like a sensor button or a sensor pad rather than a button. But we're going to tap it once. We should get some phasers coming out of the phaser banks here. We're going to get that. Maybe I missed it. One more time. There we go. So that's pretty cool. We got a little phaser action there. And then if I press it twice, we should be able to launch a photon torpedo out of the torpedo bay here. Yeah, look at that. That's pretty rad. Let's do that one more time. That's cool. Yeah, really rad. So yeah, guys, that's it. That's the ship for the most part, and I love it. What can I say? Anyway, I'm going to show you guys my shelves here that I've kind of done some work on, and I don't know, I think it looks pretty good. Alrighty, guys, well, here is my refit Enterprise with that Vulcan craft. Moving around this corner here, and I've got kind of a minimalist approach to this shelf now, which I kind of like. I did move my EXO Star Trek the Motion Picture Dr. McCoy, as seen in the beginning of the film when he's basically been re-enlisted into Starfleet at Admiral Kirk's request, and so he shows up in his civvies with his beard, which is really, really cool, and very, very pimpin' for a man of the 1970s, man. You can just smell that old English on him here, and that's pretty damn awesome. So looking really, really cool. And then, of course, we've got Admiral Kirk over here, also from EXO. Great looking figure. Sorry, maybe the lighting isn't so great back there, but you guys can see. Yeah, looking really, really cool. And then we've also got my original Star Trek the Motion Picture VHS tape that I bought back in the late 80s, probably, or got for a birthday or something. But yeah, I was really into Star Trek in middle school, and so I had to collect all the VHS tapes that were available at the time. At least the movies. I couldn't get all the shows. That would have been a lot. But yeah, that was really cool, though. So yeah, I got all those three things displayed together here with my TOMY U.S.S. Enterprise 1/350th scale from the motion picture, the Enterprise Constellation refit. And then coming down here, guys, shelf you guys have probably seen a couple times here on the Plastic Planet, but I've got my older Kirk and Spock figure. These guys were put out by Quantum Mechanics. I actually had to stop the camera and look that up. I couldn't remember. But yeah, I always kind of regretted not getting the Dr. McCoy of these three. But yeah, these guys were put out by Quantum Mechanics a number of years ago, as well as the command chair there. And then, of course, I've just got a backdrop that I bought offline and just put it on and basically glued it down to some foam core to give it some backing and support. But yeah, looking really, really cool there. And we'll just move over just a little bit, and yeah, there it is. Bam, my 1/350th scale U.S.S. Enterprise from the original series. Again, absolutely gorgeous piece for the most part. It's really, really grown on me over the years. I gave it sort of a harsh review at the time, not really understanding kind of the production design, some of the mechanics that went into it, admittedly. But yeah, looking really, really nice. I got a transformer up here. I don't know why we got Mixmaster up here, but anyway, oh, that's Scavenger. But yeah, anyway, yeah, no, that's really cool. So yeah, looking good, looking cool, and yeah, man, loving it, man, loving it a lot.